Take one look at this soap and tell me what it reminds you of. Does it remind you of the sunset, a sunrise, the Serengeti, another S word? Don't y'all want to watch me make this soap? Go get your snacks, go get your drinks, go get your chips, sit down, relax, and watch me do all this work and make this soap, guys. Hello and good day, everybody. Hello, good day. I'm Natasha, and welcome. You're always welcome. Today we are going to be attempting to do a technique called the Oasis Swirl. And this is a technique that was developed by a soaper named Edgar Kameraki, and I'll leave his information below if you want to check him out. He is phenomenal in his design of soaps, and he created a technique called the Oasis Swirl, and he presented it in a group that I'm a part of, which is called the Soap Challenge Club. And every month, all of us soapers get together, we share ideas, and we challenge each other, and we do different soap techniques. So this month it was the Oasis Swirl, and well, we'll see through this video what happened. So here you see me putting some lye together with my sugar water solution. Again, if you haven't seen any of my previous channels, I always add sugar to my water lye solution because sugar adds bubbles and more lather to your soap, and it's very good to get it fully incorporated so that you don't have any lye lint or remnants. And I put that aside, and here you see me adding cocoa butter. I love the smell of cocoa butter. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And here I'm adding refined shea butter. So refined just means that it went through a process where they removed the color and the scent from it. I rather have the unrefined shea butter. And I'm going to now be adding my liquid oils, and later on you're going to see me combining my liquid oils and my melted butters together so that we can begin to start making the soap batter. Now, some of you have left some comments wanting me to leave either a recipe or measurements for you to follow along. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to leave a recipe in the description box, and I am going to be doing a video with a recipe so that you guys can follow along. I'm not, I can't give you my recipe, like, give me a break here. I gotta have some secrets. But I'm definitely going to leave a recipe so that you guys can follow along. I'm working on it. I think it's gonna be like a 3-part series. So guys, you see me combine my colors with the oils. I like combining my colorants with oil because it helps it distribute better in the lather. But I made some mistakes in this soap. And again, like I said in the previous video, I keep it real. I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to pretend to be perfect. And I'll call myself out. If I do something I should have done better, I'm going to call it out. But you're going to see, I'll point it out what I should have done better in this video. It's a learning experience. If you are perfect, congratulations to you. You're perfect. I'm not perfect, and I learn, and we all learn. We all human. So anyway, you see all that residue. You see the yellow residue right there that's sticking to the side. Okay, some micas you have to blend. They just don't distribute well in water or soap. You have to blend. Here I'm using black raspberry vanilla. Beautiful scent, guys. Oh my goodness. It performs excellent in soap. It doesn't accelerate your batter, which means it doesn't turn to soap. It doesn't harden your soap or stiffen your soap. It gives you time to make designs. Check out that fragrance. It is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so The Oasis Swirl, the way it works is one end of the soap is a ombre color, so it's like a two-tone color, and the opposite end is another two-tone color, and the middle is a mixture of colors in a design. And what you do is you draw a heart inside the soap batter, which you'll see me do, and then you turn the soap loaf around and you draw a heart in the opposite direction, and it creates a beautiful water-like pattern, like an aqua pattern. I won't reveal what happened, but you'll see at the end what happens. So one of my ends, I kind of was thinking Serengeti. You know how the sun sets in Africa and it's like this beautiful burnt orange, yellow, brown color? Well, I was thinking of doing like a orange to black on one end, and on the other end I was thinking of doing a red to yellow, which kind of represents the sunrise and the sunset. And in the middle I did like a black and white to represent like animals like zebras and things of that nature, and also black. But it didn't, listen, a lot of things didn't work out the way I wanted them to, and I will be doing another video with me redoing this technique because I'm going to master it. But you're going to see as I go along how I progress doing it. You know, again, it was my first time doing the technique, and I wouldn't say I did it bad. I didn't do horrible, but I wished it came out better. I really do. So right now you're seeing me add a little bit of color each time, and adding it to the soap loaf, and it's supposed to have like a gradient ombre effect. I probably should have chose better colors, you know, until I mastered the technique and then tried this intense color combination. But I digress already. Now, what I was trying to explain to you guys before is that some colors have to be blended. If you don't blend them, it comes, when the soap cures, it looks like speckles or flakes or dots in your soap. And that's what happens. I should have blended out the orange and the yellow, especially neon colors. You have to blend them out really good for them to distribute evenly throughout the batter, and I didn't do that. So that's one thing I would definitely change. And the second thing, let me tell you something. You see this mold? I'm not using this mold again. I'll take the dividers out, but I will not use this mold again. It took the jaws of life for me to get my soap out, and that is absolutely ridiculous. Now, if you use this mold and it works, that's good. That's fine. If you use sodium lactate into your mix to help it release from the mold, that's great too. To me, I don't like this mold because it's too short, so my soaps doesn't come out as tall as I want them to. It's too difficult to stretch the mold out when it's time to unmold the soap. I don't like it. I wish I did this soap technique with my old try and true mold that you see me do in my other videos, and which I will do again using that mold and see if I can get a better result. So you will, right now you're just seeing me adding the colors, the colorants together. I just finished the orange and black. I'm now doing the yellow to red, and the middle was supposed to be like a zebra print with yellow, but the black just said, I'm taking over. I mean, the black was ridiculous. I mean, it was like I took 2 drips in it, and it was just taking over. So I had to stop using the black for the middle and just use the white and the yellow. So again, learning experience. I didn't want to scrap this video. I wanted to put some content out, whether it's good or bad. So you're just going to see me go through the trials and tribulations of doing something new. Don't judge me. Some of y'all make mistakes too. See how the black be taking over? The black was taking over. It came out nice though, but it just... I think my batter was too liquid too. I think I should have gave my batter time to set up a little more thicker, and I probably would have got a better result for the middle also. So got a lot here that I wished I did differently, but that's why we learn. And you're gonna see again another reason why I don't like this mold. Watch the part when I try to take these dividers out. You know what? I'm just look at that. What? And it was like it was like the daggone dam broke. The river was running out. The boat, nothing, yo. It was crazy. I mean, I did it really fast in this video so it doesn't look so horrible, but when I tell you, when I was editing it was taking me forever to remove those dividers. Nah, I don't like this mold, guys. I'm sorry. I don't like this mold. This is my last result mold. I mean, maybe I'll use it for like samples, but all right, so now I'm just topping off everything. And then later on, you're going to see me actually do that heart design that I described earlier. Now you see me simulating how to do this. I don't know. I thought I knew how to make a heart, guys. My right side, I got the right side down pat, but that left side, honey, I'm like just far to the left, making squares. I don't know. I attempt to do what I was supposed to do. I'm gonna practice. This is definitely something I'm gonna practice because honestly, look at that. That's actually really beautiful. It's very similar to the mantra swirl, but it's just a little different. And you see how I had to turn the loaf around and then go down the opposite way doing the same heart? When it's done right, guys, this design is beautiful. It's a beautiful design. You gotta just trust in your color choices and really pick a fragrance that doesn't accelerate your recipe. You have to make sure you choose oils that don't harden on you too quick. But look at that. That's just beautiful. Look, that's beautiful to me. I mean, it represents everything that I was looking for, just wet and alone. I mean, that looks awesome. But yeah, let's see the result when it's dried and we're gonna cut it. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Y'all ready? Is everybody ready to see? All right. Hold on to your kneecaps. And let's see what we got when we cut this soap. You can see I'm very hesitant because there's certain things I'm like, eh. And here we go. Not horrible. It is very abstract. It is still a beautiful soap. It just doesn't give that Oasis Swirl technique the just desserts it deserves. I mean, it kind of does a little bit, but not really. I have to do this soap over. You see the speckles because the mica wasn't blended properly. That's my fault. The middle design came out a bit muddy. I should have waited a little bit for the batter to thicken up. You don't want it to be too thick though because you can't swirl it. So I'm underwhelmed. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm underwhelmed. All things being considered, this soap is still beautiful. I am gonna work on this Oasis Swirl because I think it's a great technique, but this soap is still very beautiful. The colors are popping, reminding me of just a sunset in Africa. So I'm going to do this again. Guys, please watch out for part 2. I'm going to do a part 2 to this. Thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. Please check out my videos and protect your energies. See you next time, guys. Thanks for stopping by.